It's pomegranate time. Hi everyone, I'm Rockin Robin from CookingMexicanRecipes.com. Now today I'm going to show you how a fun and easy, quick way to cut open and take the seeds out of a pomegranate so that you don't have that big mess, that no fuss, no muss, or any of that stuff, juice flying around. This is going to be nice and easy. After we get our seeds out, then I'm going to show you how to make a delicious pomegranate smoothie. So don't go away, we'll be right back. All right, so to cut open our pomegranate, you're going to want to use a paring knife, something small so that you have really good control. And you're going to need a bowl. So I have a nice big glass bowl right here, and my cutting board. That's pretty much it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the pomegranate right here on this stem, and I'm going to cut that stem out by cutting at an angle, kind of like this. So I'm going to create a cone in there, and then I'm going to pop it out. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut out this part. Now, just be really careful with your knife and just go around. And we'll get that out. Just a second. Okay, so we'll pop that out. And we actually don't even see any seeds at this point. What I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm just going to make some cuts. It's a good idea to brace your pomegranate on the counter, and we're going to cut down to this point right here. I want to cut down only to this point. I don't want to go all the way to the bottom because I want the whole pomegranate to stay intact. It's sort of like an orange in segments, and so we're going to open it up like a flower. All right, so again, I'm going to stop here. And we're probably going to make about 6 to 8 cuts all the way around. One more cut after this. All right. Okay, so now we're going to turn our pomegranate over, and I'm going to start to pull it apart, but not all the way. I don't want it to break off. So hopefully, okay, so we're going to loosen it up, just like that. And you can see some of the seeds are starting to pop out already. All right, then I'm going to turn it upside down in the bowl, and I'm going to take a wooden spoon, and I'm going to start whacking it. Now this is the fun part. So as you whack it, the seeds start popping out intact. And you can always open it up just a little bit as you go. That's going to help release a lot of the seeds too. Okay. And you get to whack away. And you can feel the seeds falling into your hand as you go, so you know you're actually doing something. As you can see how nicely they just kind of come out, you know, and you're not getting a lot of juice problems or anything like that. And some of them are going to come apart easier than others, you know, but about, 5 minutes or so is all it's going to take. You know, the pomegranate is really good for you. It has a lot of vitamin C in it, B5, and it's got polyphenols, which are antioxidants, which is, good stuff for the body. So they're really good to be eating. And you can chew and eat all the seeds if you want. I tend not to want to do that, only because last year I was eating some pomegranate seeds and I actually chipped my tooth. So eat with caution. And that's why now what I like to do with the pomegranate seeds is make smoothies out of them. Here's what it looks like after I've been, pounding on it for just a minute or two. Most of the seeds are out. There's a few more left. You can either take them out with your hand or you can try and whack it a few more times, see what else you can get out. There's a couple there. There's a few more. Oops, no, we don't want that. And that's pretty much it. Now, if you get a few pieces of the membrane in there, you can pick it out if you want. The other option is you could fill this with water, and the membrane, the white stuff tends to float, and you can just scoop it out with a strainer. Now that we have all of our pomegranate seeds out of the pomegranate, we are going to make our smoothie. So I'm going to take a cup of our seeds, just fill them right up there, and throw them in our mixer, our blender. A Vitamix or a Blendtec are really what you're going to want to use with this, because you want to be able to pulverize those seeds up so that you don't even know they're there. The next thing we need is a cup of frozen blueberries, and I've got a banana here. We're going to toss this in. And a quarter of an avocado. I'll put that right in there. And then over here I have just a little handful of a combination of cilantro and parsley. So I'm just going to toss that right in. Get a little green in there. It's good for you. And then our last ingredient is, I'm going to use about a cup of milk. Now this, you can use any kind of milk. I'm using Rice Dream today. And you can adjust the amounts depending on how thick or thin you want your smoothie. So I may add a little more in just a second if I find it's too thick. Oh, and the other thing we want to add is some ice. Let me grab that. Okay, so I'm going to add about 4 pieces of ice to this because I want it to be nice and cold. The frozen blueberries help as well. All right. All right, so we'll have to, I blended that for about a minute so that everything was really pulverized there. And just look at how nice and thick that is. Now the other thing I want to mention is with your pomegranate seeds, I've got quite a few pomegranates sitting here on the counter, and their season runs in California here, it goes from about October to January. So we're getting to the end of our season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and whack the rest of these like we did in our video, and I'm going to get all the seeds out, and what you can do is freeze them. So you want to put them on a cookie sheet in a single layer, stick them in your freezer for a couple hours till they get hard, and then you can toss them into a Ziploc bag or some kind of freezer container. And that way they will keep for a good year. You can have these year-round, so that's a great thing to do so that you can have it all the time. All right, let's give a taste here on this smoothie. Oh man, you got to try this. This is fantastic, very delicious. I hope you guys will give this a try. This recipe is really top-notch. You'll really enjoy it. So thanks for watching. Be sure and subscribe to my channel by clicking, we'll put the link maybe right up here. And leave me a comment below. Tell me what you think. All right, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Bye.